Hello, to find these enemies you need to be in Majula, and I think this only works in Scholar of the First Sin, but it could work in the original, I'm not sure, I've never tried it. But you need to be here, and then you want to come this way. And then there'll be two variations. There is sometimes three. Oh, there is sometimes three here, but I've killed them enough times, so there's only two now. Because when an enemy dies in Dark Souls 2 12 times, it doesn't respawn. There should be three of these guys here, though. There's the fire, ice, and then the cold. And yes, the cold and ice ones are two different ones. Now you want to lure these guys over this way. Make sure they don't fall in the pit right now, since you need them to follow you. This one's called James, and he's the fire one. And this one's called Robbie, and he's the ice one. So you want to bring Robbie and James over this way. And you want to lure them over here. And you just want to bring them up this pathway, since by using this method, it makes you avoid having to fight them. Since to kill them normally, you have to hit them a few thousand times, since they both have 10 million health each. And obviously Robbie is resistant to ice and James is resistant to fire, so you need to be careful of those resistances if you're going to actually do it with a weapon. But I'd recommend using this method. So you want to keep luring them, since like I said, they have so much health that it's practically impossible if you have a job to kill them with a weapon. And now, when they're on this pavement, they usually won't follow you any higher. I'm pretty sure they can if they start to attack you. They will sometimes follow you up a bit more, but they'll usually turn around at this point. So once you've brought them up to this staircase, you want to bring them over this way. And now these enemies do one-shot you, by the way, if you don't have the anti-hardest enemy in the game ring. It's called anti-hardest enemy in the game pig ring, I'm pretty sure. If you don't have that ring on, then these guys will one-shot you. You get that from the secret ending boss called Kukalalik, which you can find if you punch King Vendrick 2 times in the leg and then 1 time in the head, and then shoot him in the left eye with an arrow. Make sure it's a fire arrow as well. And now you need to bring Robbie and James back this way. We don't have to do it, I'll just show it with this one since he doesn't want to follow apparently. So I can just make this one follow me. I'll just demonstrate how to do it with this one. I think this one's Robbie, so this should be the ice one. Oh, there we go, he's here now. Now when they charge, you can move out the way and then they'll fall off. Like this. And remember, these guys do one-shot you if you don't have the ring, so you can melee them off the edge, but they have this secret barrier which stops you from doing it if you try to use your melee to attack them off the edge. So you can't use your melee to hit them off, you have to get them to fall off by making them run. I'm pretty sure they might also walk off sometimes as well, I'm not 100% sure. But you can't get them to, you can't like melee them off the edge since they have the secret barrier. So you need to get them to walk off, like running off the edge. Which they will do sometimes. So you want them to run off the edge, basically. I'm not sure where James went. I saw him running for a bit. So eventually he should fall off the edge. You just need to get him to do it. The best way I've found from doing it, I didn't want to have to resort to this method since it's very overpowered, but if you can't get them to fall off, then you want to do this. Lower them down to this little bit here that kind of indents in the ground, and then you want to make them walk up here. And they should almost always go off the edge when they do it this spot. If you can get them to run here, they'll run off the edge like almost all the time. See, like that. And that's a very strong method. And he will eventually walk off the edge, give it enough time. Yeah, just like that, and he just fell off. I'm not sure where the other one went. Did he go back over here? Yeah. So you want to try and do the same thing with James as well. Once again, this is the fire resistant one, so you need to be careful. So I'll use the same indent method. Remember, the indent method is OP, so people might make fun of you for using the indent method. But you can do whatever you want, I guess. So basically how the indent method works is the AI gets stuck on this little ledge here and it resets it and they fall down like that. So they're now both dead, as you can see, like they're not alive anymore, and I just got 20 souls for each one of them. You can see it in the bottom right, and you can see they're not on that platform right there. And I'm pretty sure they can survive if they land on that first platform. So you make sure you don't want that to happen, and if it does, then you may want to jump down and try and get them to run off again, but it didn't happen here, so it's completely fine. So once you've done that, you want to come over to these barrels and boxes right here and then troll into it. And then